Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. I'm Sharina Walters. I posted a video earlier today about procrastination, and I got everything taken care of for my driver's license. One of the things that I actually updated on my license, of course, is my picture, and I removed the organ donor. My daughter was like, "Ma, I removed it." She was just telling me she didn't feel comfortable with me having it as an organ donor, and so I was just like, you know what? And I've seen certain situations where it seemed like they kind of sped up a person's death so that they can do organs, but that's a whole nother topic that I didn't come to this channel to discuss. But I updated it. I'm very grateful that everything had turned out fine. At first I was stressing over finding my passport. I couldn't find it, but I had to calm down. Gave myself probably like 5 or 10 minutes, and I was just like, Sharina, you know where it is. Calm down. Because I was stressing because I had the ticket, I signed in, and it was like a 2 to 3 hour wait probably, right? And because, you know, it could move along faster if people decided to leave and they was waiting too long. So I was kind of stressed out about that because I had to go back home. So I finished that, right? So I'm telling y'all, hey, you know, procrastination could be the reason why you are having unnecessary challenges in your life. It's you basically causing those things to happen. It feels like your life is just spinning and spiraling out of control. And it enforced and with me like, hey, Sharina, make sure it was convicting to me. It convicted my spirit to say, make sure you actually are following that same, you know, advice. Because I was venting. I'm like, okay, we need to do better. So I'm like, I need to do better. And so today I didn't call off, but today I actually scheduled off a vacation time so I can take care of, you know, the licensing situation. But my back brakes, you can hear them grinding. That's why I have not done Uber, just to make sure people are safe in my car. I need to make sure I'm safe as well. And I went to I was afraid to go to the shop. I was like, okay, I finished what I had to do earlier regarding licensing. It didn't take me all day. And it was like 1:30. And I had eaten like a Publix chicken tender. I'm here in Florida, so anyone familiar with Florida, I think they just started having some in Georgia, but definitely in Florida. It's one of the popular stores. And I went there to get some chicken tenders for breakfast / lunch because I needed protein. And I was basically, you know, buying some so I can have one for lunch and then have the remaining on my spinach salad for lunch. And I was getting anxiety. I'm like, why are you getting anxiety about going to the repair shop to get a quote? What's up with you? And I was finding myself getting ready to find something else to do. Okay, let me go to the gym. Let me go to the grocery store. Let me do I'm like, you need to handle this while you have the money, right? Because I mentioned I was so frustrated, and I realized the very initial time that I could have replaced my driver's license picture, because I had to update the registration, but they were like, hey, you want to do the picture? And I was like, it was December of 2023. I said, oh, I got all the way to December 2024, and like I say, life was lifing. You know, again, I had ran up out of all my money, started literally living from day to day by doing Uber and just grinding. I had never had that much stress in my life, you know, before. And I'm just like, what is this? To where I'm like, dang, this show looked different from December of 2023 when I had the freaking money. So I took that same advice. I'm like, Sharina, you have the money. Let's get you safe. Stop procrastinating. Just go get a freaking quote. Go there. And the gentleman came out from the repair shop. I was referred to the shop by a Geico approved repair shop. One of the gentlemen there was like, hey, I don't even get my car repaired at this shop that Geico actually recommends. They're too high for me. I go to the shop up the street. Very great family owned business. All right, check them out. So they did repair my car like 2 months ago. No, a month ago, early January. And he told me, he said, you really, really, really need front and back brake pads. You know, repair shops, I'm thinking typically, okay, of course you're going to stress that I really need it. That man wasn't lying, but he was like the second shop that had told me that. And so I got the front brake pads done because I had the money for it. The back brake pads, I was like, man, I'm gonna wait. And all of a sudden I started hearing it grind. So when I get there, he comes out, he said, I know you, I remember you. And I was like, yeah, you know, I was referred, you know, from, you know, the shop. Pat referred me. And he was like, yeah, the back brake pads. He said it's grinding now, isn't it? Because it's a little bit over a month. I was like, dang. I was like, yeah, it's a little over a month. I said, yes, it's over a month and it is grinding. Man, to do an alignment, even with repairing, getting new tires, brakes, rotors, pads, oil change, it's super cheap. So super cheap. Way cheaper than what I used to pay when I went to Toyota. I used to go to the actual dealership to get my car repaired. I spent thousands of dollars. Now it's one thing, I'm about getting a reasonable price but great service. So you can go anywhere and get something cheap, and then somebody doesn't have really great ethics and messes your car up even more, and all of a sudden it's like this money pit. Oh, you need this done, you need this done, and you need that done, because they actually are damaging your car. Not saying that these people are God, and you know, I only trust one being, and that, like, truly 1000% trust, and that's God above, because, you know, He's not gonna lie to you. He ain't gonna do you wrong. But I'm pretty sure this is a really great company, and the quote was, it made me feel so much better. And I went to thinking, I'm like, dang, how many times have we missed out on really great opportunities, taking care of our health, our transportation, if it's our bread and butter. This is my bread and butter. It ain't just like Uber, but I have to drive this car across town from my 9 to 5, and that takes me about 30 minutes to get across town. It might take me 45 minutes. Well, I would say 30 minutes. 30 minutes usually tops, because I'm leaving at the house probably about between 5:30 in the morning and 6 o'clock. So traffic is not really too bad. I do catch the crosstown, and so I get there pretty quickly when I'm going to the crosstown route versus going down Bayshore. Anybody who's in Tampa, you know, kind of know that area, but I usually take the crosstown. But I'm like, dang, Sharina, sometimes we think of fear as like, dang, I got to give a speech, I got to do this presentation, something to where it involves you doing something in front of a lot of people. Or let me go cold calling, and let me go do some networking at an event where you don't know anyone. Okay, I get it. That's a little frightening, especially if you haven't really practiced on how to network and talk to people. But to take care of something for yourself, you're afraid. And I had to ask myself, and that's what I want to point out. I was like, what are you afraid of? What is the thing? What is it? It's because I spent so much money. I've been taken advantage of these shops, and I'm so afraid to hear bad news. I'm so afraid to get ripped off. I'm afraid for that high ticket price and then not having the money, not being able to take care of the things that I need to take care of. That's what I'm afraid of. They're gonna take advantage of me. They're gonna do me dirty. I know they are. Everybody else do it. Why wouldn't they do it? I was even thinking, oh my God, like, okay, what was they rating on Google? Like, I was literally like, okay, what they said they got like a 4 point, I think I remember it's like a 4.5, 4.8. So Sharina, they should be, you know, pretty trustworthy. I had to go through all of this to literally go up to them people's shop for him to give me a quote that was super cheap. I'm gonna put very reasonable, right? And fair. Like, it was fair. An alignment for my car, which sometimes might be $100, even people that charge $150, $8 or $9. And then he referred me to this one site that I can go to go look at their tires and get the pricing. And he was like, hey, get the tires delivered here. We will charge you, you know, an extra $25 per tire to put them on. I'm like, I'll pay that. and that might be expensive to some people, but I'm all about building a relationship with folks. You already about to not charge me for certain things, and based upon the history, I literally spent over $20,000, like no joke. If I put out all my receipts, I can show you. I'm being very I'm lowballing it. It might be close to $30,000 that I've spent on my car going to the dealership. And I was going to the dealership because I had this little thing, because, you know, not being in a relationship, I was like, hey, Toyota is like my man. You know what I'm saying? AAA, which I no longer do business with them because their service is horrible. But I was like, I'll go to Toyota, the dealership themselves, because now I don't have to worry about side tree mechanics ripping me off. Meanwhile, the big companies ripping you off. They don't care about you, man. They don't care. And so, even me just doing this video, I just wanted y'all to just face your fears. I already know this. I've already done self-development and watched videos and done the thing that makes me afraid. I was so afraid to do Uber. I was afraid. I was kicking and screaming and fighting. I didn't want to do Uber. I didn't want to do it. I was afraid to do it. The best thing that happened to me. One of the best things, because it helped me to communicate more effectively. I know how to open up conversations when people get in my car versus just being so quiet and, you know, not saying anything. And it helped me face my fears. Fear is false evidence appearing real. How do you actually get over fear? Face the thing that you are afraid of. You do it anyways. You do it scared. I know that might seem super cliche, but you literally do it shaking in your boots. And you realize, I survived. It's really not a big bad monster. It's really not that bad. So I feel like this big weight have been taken off. Of course, I had to share with you, because I know somehow whoever sees this video, again, my videos is to channel, or how can I say, document my success journey, as well as just providing some life lessons that help me out in real time. Sometimes you might see some archive videos that I might actually upload, that I was going to wait to actually upload to the very day that I'm giving my testimony of when I actually make it. But this journey, man, I love it. The good, the bad, the ugly, I absolutely love it. It's so, I find myself watching my videos. I find myself starting to fall in love with myself. And that lets me know that I'm healing more and more. I'm starting to find myself being more open and honest with myself about me, and I love it. I do. So I hope this video helps someone. Remember, can't nobody help you, can't nobody stop you, can't no one stop you. It's actually can't nobody stop you but you. It doesn't matter if it's grammatically correct or not, but that is my actual slogan that I've been using since I created that since what you want to call it, COVID. During COVID, that was one of the little phrases that I came up with to inspire others, was can't nobody stop you but you, because again, I started it was still part of my self-development journey, just to really give myself a quote to help motivate myself. I'm like, let me help someone else as well. Whenever I'm doing something for myself, as you can see, it's just hard for me to just keep it. It's not meant for us to keep. As they say, when you learn, you teach. Each one teach one. Not that I'm an expert, but I've been through some things, so I can teach you some things as well. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm quite sure you probably can teach me some things. So whatever you can take for this video that helps your day get better, help your life to be better, great. I'm so happy for you. And yeah, have an amazing day. You probably see a few other videos in this same car with the same shirt. You're gonna see the shirt a lot. It's really one of my shirts that help keep me motivated as well. Make real estate real. All right, guys, have an amazing day. Be great.